Who would have thought that John McTiernan's 1987 science fiction action movie would broaden into a media franchise comprising of films, crossover series, comic books, novels, and, let's not forget, video games? The franchise's high point is the titular character of the Predators, who are an advanced, whip-smart alien race of trophy-seeking hunters, widely recognized as the Yautja, and hailing from the mysterious planet Yautja Prime. These apex extraterrestrial hunters possess some very ruthless high-tech arsenal, and will only hunt them who they consider worthy. Their motto is simple: the deadlier the prey, the greater the honor. We are super stoked about today's video, where we'll be exploring every Predator title and rank that we have managed to lay our hands on. Our list is from the highest title to the lowest, so make sure that you stay tuned till the end of this video to comprehend not only the ranking system, but also the classification of the Predators as per their hunting experience and prowess. So, are you ready? Let us begin then. But before we get into our explanation, we do have one very small request. If you enjoy our content, then please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Now, let's begin. Predator King. Well, when you have a name like this, it becomes relatively self-explanatory, but we don't want to take our chances here. The Predator King happens to be the supreme leader of the entire Yautja race, and while he is often addressed as the Grand Elder, he does happen to be a rare occurrence in the society. Naturally, someone of this stature is bound to have powers and weapons that go way beyond what we usually see otherwise. To begin with, he has his own throne, one that is made of xenomorph trophies. It is even reported that the highlight of the Predator King's throne happens to be the very crest of a queen xenomorph. Don't believe us? Well, see it for yourself then. In all probability, the Predator King is the one who makes all the decisions for the whole race, and he is also required for actions that are outside of the Predator homeworld. There have been many references to the Predator King, and we will cite them here. If we look at the Alien vs Predator 2 video game, a royal Yautja known as Prince had arrived on LV-1201 after hearing a distress signal. The magnificent ship he came in was believed to be a ship of his father, the king, and Prince was seen surviving the hunt on LV-1201. In all probability, Prince would have become a king himself, but the game sadly never got a direct sequel. Next, we'll be talking about the Kenner action figure from the 90s, which was reimagined in 2016 by NECA. This tall alpha predator here is seen sitting on a throne made of the xenomorph queen's skull and many smaller trophies. Although he is addressed as a clan leader, his characteristics make one believe that he happens to be a version of the Predator King himself. There is also Galacta from the Rage War trilogy, who, to be honest, is the nearest that the Predators have had as a leader of their race. Galacta was reportedly thousands of years old, and while he reigned, he fought against the humans, xenomorphs, and to this, the ancient Drugathi race as well. Galacta was also the one to have led the Yautja to victory against the Rage invaders. Matriarch Predator. Say hello to the female version of the clan leaders, who are known to rule and resolve the on-world matters taking place in Yautja Prime. Mind you, when we say counterpart, it does not symbolize equal status, because the clan leader only steps in as a substitute for the matriarch. This shows the superseding power and authority that the Matriarch Predator possesses when compared to a clan leader. Matriarch Predators are fearsome warriors, and a lot more calculative than the males. There's no denying that these Matriarch Predators are rare, but having said that, they still exist in the society, notably being a part of it. Now, if you are familiar with the Aliens vs Predator The Hunt Begins board game, the Protos game's Elder Predator minifigures did have some fascinating information about the Predator lore. We are not entirely wrong while stating that there was this mention of a particular Predator matriarch who was more like a female Predator queen and held a rank way higher than a regular clan leader. She is even reported to have been a part of off-world clan matters, which included diplomacy with other races, if and when required. We want to elucidate things further with a few examples. Hashori from Rage War was an extremely fierce and aggressive hunter, one who absolutely reveled while tormenting her enemies. Imagine her torturing a synth, or in simple words, a female android, with chains that are tipped in bug larvae that would hatch in the wounds and eventually eat the host from the inside, causing unthinkable pain. It is a different thing that she joined forces with the android later, and also with humans, to fight off a common threat. But having said that, she still followed the leader Galacta, and there were no two ways about it. Apart from what has been mentioned, famed Japanese sculptor Akihito Ikeda once created the Shiranui Predator statue, which served as a fantastic visual demonstration of a matriarch predator. Ancient Predator. Ancients stay true to their names and happen to be veterans of countless hunts and battles. These predators have surpassed several centuries and some even millennia in terms of their age, and it is only fair to address them as a selected group of predators who are seen taking the central spot within the realm of the Yautja society. In fact, very few predators live long enough to become ancients, and those who do are deserving of the rank and highly respected, given that the chosen lifestyle of the predators is very dangerous and often claims the lives of many hunters of various ages and experiences. Now, when compared to the other predator titles, ancients are rare and distinctly different from the younger Yautja, thanks to those graying dreadlocks and endless quills on the face. Of course, the ancients are very capable of hunting, but their age prevents them from actively doing so, and yet they happen to be commendable rivals, be it any circumstance for that matter. Ancients are more than often mistaken as elder predators, when in reality they have transitioned way beyond the roles of clan leaders, at times even acting like an advisor to an existing clan leader, and mentoring the younger hunters, who are often seen resorting to the ancients for guidance. A clan usually has one ancient at a time, which generally happens to be their oldest and the wisest member. Now, some ancients have even reportedly made up the Council of Ancients, one that happens to be the primary governing body of the Yautja. As mentioned before, each clan has one ancient at a time, so there is a possibility that the ruling authority of the council had various ancients from different clans. As spiritual leaders, they are often called upon to take care of severe violations which are committed against the Yautja race. Generally speaking, the ancients are mainly seen serving themselves in the non-active administration department while actively conserving the spiritual and hunting culture of the Yautja, leaving a deep-seated impression, may we add so. Towards the end of an ancient's life, he is seen choosing a successor who is given the ancient's title and also handed down the former's mask. Yautja Apprentice. In plain and simple words, these are basically honorable humans who are taken by the predators to learn their ways. Let us take the example of the human female Machiko Noguchi, who post her integration into the predator culture, both lived and hunted together with a Yautja clan for more than a year. Well, technically speaking, Machiko was not a female Yautja for that matter. She was more like this well-accepted human member of the group who went to plenty of successful hunts along with the predators. For those of you wondering who she was blooded by, a Yautja, going by the name Dashande Broken Tusk, did the honors on the colony planet of Ryushi. Machiko is stated to have killed a xenomorph queen and kept her head as a decorative trophy on her wall. There is no denying that Machiko chiefly used old weapons and gears that a regular predator would, such as the biohelmet, body armor, wrist blades, plasma cutter, and burner. But there have been times when she has also made use of her human pistol as and when required. Ever since Machiko's introduction as the main character in the Aliens vs. Predators comic series, she has been the first known human to have been marked by the predators. Machiko even came close to being labeled as a bad blood predator after she discovered that her predator clan had started preying upon humans. Naturally, she betrayed her clan, slaughtering several members in the process and siding with the humans that her clan had plans of hunting down. Bad Blood Predator. Well, speak of the devil and here he is. Bad Bloods are criminal predators who have gone rogue, turned against their own kind, and gravely violated the aspects of the Yautja Honor Code. But before we get into the details of the Bad Bloods, let us briefly touch upon the Honor Code. Every hunter out there is expected to hunt and kill, while strictly following a set of rules that the Honor Code comprises at the end of the day. Now, if they tend to breach that code, they are supposed to appear for punishment honorably, but their inability to submit themselves labels a Yautja as bad blood. This has them excommunicated from the Predator Society and also considered as fair game for the hunters, and in no manner are the Bad Bloods ever accepted back into the community. A peek into the Predator justice system shows that the crime rate is very low, and only about 2% of the Yautja are Bad Bloods. These Bad Bloods are usually seen as the mentally unstable ones, and they happen to be quite sadistic and hostile at the end of the day. They are seen resorting to the very skills that have been taught to them, but making use of them in the most dishonorable fashion, one that is purely for their own gain. While they typically have the same tools in terms of weapons, some are reported to possess machetes. There have been several references to the known Bad Bloods throughout the Predator media franchise, but we're not going to talk about them. Our focus is on the Upgrade Predator, seen in Shane Black's The Predator, who we believe hails from a clan condemned as bad blood for practicing hybridization. Of course, this is an assumption, but it does lead one to wonder things, and you can't deny that. Elder Predator. Let us make this simple for you by stating that Greyback from the movie Predator 2 was an Elder Predator. Now that you have been able to form an idea, let us get into the details of an Elder Predator. The Elders are accomplished, old hunters who are primarily known for their battle prowess, leadership skills, and unique hunting styles. Many of them possess the skulls of various xenomorph queens as part of their trophy collection, and there have been instances where an Elder Predator has also jointly held the title of a clan leader, thereby commanding a mothership and leading clans. While there are elders who are found counseling and mentoring the young hunters, there are some who are too old and honored to hunt, and as a result, no longer fight. These are the ones who are known as retirees, who form about 10% of the male Yautja and are seen serving themselves in ways such as being ship workers. As clan leaders, an Elder Predator is often seen supervising the blooding ritual far away from their ships. Add to this, monitoring the young bloods as they become adults. Mind you, the latter task is even at times carried out by the ancients, as mentioned before. Elders also decide on the planets that the predators will carry out their hunting activity on, as well as the targets, amongst a horde of other things. There have been at least 2 instances where the elders have ended up gifting weapons to the humans they found worthy enough. One such was Greyback, who was seen tossing a flintlock pistol to Mike Harrigan at the end of the movie. Clan Leader. Clan leaders stay true to their names. They lead clans, and it is one of the highest ranks that one can attain in the Yautja society. While it is true that we don't really know what a clan leader's exact responsibilities are, but having said that, what is certain is that a leader has different tasks assigned to lower yet highly ranked warriors that he usually has at his disposal. Some, for instance, are even seen commanding ancients and elders, which means that when it comes to a leader's clan, he has full supremacy to do whatever he wishes. Extremely popular in their clans, clan leaders often have younger hunters craving for their attention, and they are often seen imparting wisdom and inspiration to them. These leaders are accountable for punishing the predators who are directly below them if the latter breaks the honor code, and they are also liable for the rise of new clans. A clan leader decides where hunts should generally take place and who gets to take part in the hunts. In other words, he does have complete freedom, and add to this, discretion too, as to how his clan should be operating in the first place. Now, any predator for that matter can become a contender for the position of clan leader, so long as they maintain the honor code. This means both male and female predators for that matter can lead clans, but so far, the males clearly outnumber the female clan leaders. Clan leaders are sometimes seen wearing those long red capes, which, if we're being honest, have only been seen being donned by this particular Yautja rank. Clan leaders mostly bother themselves with off-world matters, leading the predators to various world missions, whereas the on-world issues, as mentioned before, are left in the hands of the Matriarch. Elite Predator. Also known as veterans, an elite is the rank of a predator who has impeccable skills, and to this, a huge number of kills. They are one of the top levels when it comes to the predator hierarchy, and also why the predator race is seen as nearly impossible to defeat by humans. A predator is only given the rank of an elite after successfully killing many worthy and dangerous preys, such as the humans, bad bloods, river ghosts, and the deadliest strains of xenomorphs. Now, when we refer to the latter as deadlier, we are basically pointing at the xenomorph queens, praetorians, and also entire hives for that matter. Well, it is only fitting to say that these hunters are made up of the deadliest killers of the species, serving themselves as the general foundation of the predators. Wolf from Alien vs. Predator Requiem is an excellent example of an elite predator, one that was seen slaughtering hordes of warrior xenomorphs. And add to this, even Dark from the Aliens vs. Predator video game. We'll be citing a couple of more examples where elite predators have specialized in particular weapons, making them their strong suit. For instance, a Spearmaster is an expert with his combi stick, whereas a Brawler is great with his wrist blades. Elites, as seasoned hunters, are often entrusted with unique missions, including eliminating xenomorph infestations or protecting the predator technology from falling into the wrong hands. Mark our words when we say these blooded warriors have yet to attain the elder status. Enforcer Predator. Say hello to the ones who are seen holding a rather special position in the predator society. So, in contrast to most of the other predators who are always occupied hunting down prey that they regard as worthy enough, enforcers on the other hand are responsible for hunting down the bad guys, which in this case happen to be the bad bloods. In short, the highly respected and distinguished enforcers act as a police force, making sure that whoever breaks the honor code is brought down to justice, and without the slightest bit of delay. We are not entirely sure if the enforcers in reality are a police caste, or if they do their work simply out of personal responsibility, but it does not really matter, as they are mostly seen serving themselves as bounty hunters, tracking down and eliminating every trace of menace from their society. Hunter Predator. A hunter happens to be an experienced predator who is more than capable of being in charge of a dangerous mission all by himself. He is fine without his pack, or say subordinates, like the adjutants for that matter, who possess good experience as well as a fair number of skills. As per their roles, hunter predators are simply outstanding when it comes to ambushing their prey, and from a distance maybe add so. This naturally makes them threatening lone assassins and the ones to definitely watch out for. They are in possession of these vision mode amplifications that work wonders in their favor, letting them make use of the long range of the plasma caster and shoot at targets that are way beyond their usual field of vision. There have been instances where these hunter predators have also been pack leaders. We have the city hunter and the jungle hunter serving themselves as the ideal example. With highly developed skills and augmented hunting intuitiveness, hunter predators are nothing but feral, deadly threats. Adjutants. These recently blooded predators, who, to be honest, possess a pretty good number of kills as well as experience, are often seen serving themselves under a leader, accompanying him, and further carrying out tasks such as piloting and ship navigation. They are even seen as co-instructors when it comes to training the unpolished young hunters and making them effective warriors at the end of the day. Some adjutants even function themselves as secondary overseers and are often seen carrying their leader's mark. Of course, an adjutant has the right and power to rise to the position of a leader, even the one who blooded the adjutant for that matter, and all he has to do is challenge the current leader of the pack. Now, adjutants who are wise and admire their leaders are seen attaining leadership primarily by following their directions. The list of well-known adjutants includes Skemte, Warka, and Tsite, amongst others. Blooded Predator. About 45% of the Yautja are blooded, which is an esteemed yet common rank that the young blood predators achieve post-hunting and slaughtering their first prey, preferably a xenomorph in this case, and marking themselves with its acidic blood. Some sources state that young hunters are seen leaping from unblooded to blooded right after the blooding process. Well, you do realize the significance of blooding, right? Call it a process, a coming-of-age ritual, a sign, or whatever you want to. Blooding shows that a predator can be trusted to hunt all by himself, and most importantly, without the aid or supervision of their superiors. Blooded predators are entitled to have access to far more advanced forms of weaponry, which is otherwise denied to the young bloods, as well as hunters who happen to be less experienced. Blooded predators are also seen enjoying quite the privileges, such as having their own quarters on a ship, having a great deal of freedom, possessing the right to settle fights in death matches, and most significantly, getting selected by a female predator to have children with. Young blood predator. Young bloods form about 25% of the male Yautja. This means that the predator has made no noticeable kills. Please note that it is only after a Yautja kills his first worthy target, which is usually a xenomorph, and then collects its head as a trophy, that he becomes blooded. As for young bloods, they are generally composed of adolescents, ones who are only done with their basic training regimen. Young bloods are usually dispatched in a team of 3 or 5 members for their first hunt. Well, it is only fair to state the obvious that only the strongest amongst them survive, and as for the rest, they end up getting killed. Please know that the young bloods are given a personalized set of various hunting tools, which includes the bio helmet, wrist blades, net gun, scimitar, wrist gauntlets, combi stick, plasma caster, body armor, shuriken, and let's not miss out on the ceremonial dagger. Having said that, every young blood is capable of taking down an armed human effortlessly, so you most certainly do not want to make the mistake of taking them lightly. Unblooded Predator. In terms of ranking, these young, inexperienced hunters fall even behind a young predator. They are termed unblooded simply because they have neither finished their basic training nor have they secured a kill in the blooding ritual. If we're being honest here, the unblooded predators are not even experienced enough to take part in a xenomorph hunt. Forget killing the alien. Of course, they are denied the privileges that the ones placed higher in the ranks have. For starters, the unblooded predators are restricted to fewer weapons, and to top things further, the tools that they possess are devoid of the acid resistance that is generally found in most of the hunting weapons. No wonder these predators are restless in nature, and more so without a goal, unlike the experienced, high-ranking predators. They're seen training in groups of 20, at times even 40 for that matter, and all under the supervision of a leader. As part of basic training, an unblooded predator is first seen learning hand-to-hand combat, followed by blade combat, post which the unblooded is expected to attack a seasoned predator. The training is to be continued until the teacher is contented with the progress of the unblooded. Mind you, not all all unblooded predators can make it out of the training alive, some tend to lose their lives too. Unblooded predators who are disobedient can also be eliminated just for stepping a bit too far out of the line. Usually, after the completion of the hand-to-hand training, these predators are transported into groups to planets that are packed with the xenomorphs. The goal is to assemble as a pack and follow the leader in order to become blooded. Last but not least, we would also like to add this here that the training can be carried out even by the parent. It does not have to be another Yautja. Yautja Youngling. If you happen to be even the youngest member of the Yautja, you are bound to have a title within their hierarchy. This is the case of the Yautja Younglings, who are basically predator babies and toddlers. The Yautja Younglings, who are also known as sucklings, are initially seen spending a majority of their time alongside their siblings and mother. With them entering their teenage years, they are seen taking their very first steps towards the predator rank trajectory. Do not judge them by their size. They are often seen partaking in combat and hunting trainings. Most of them have great observation skills and are seen having immense respect for their elders, but there are also some amongst them who have an aggressive and rebellious nature. Looks-wise, they have short dreadlocks and tend to be quite lean and smaller in size. The Yautja Younglings are not given any body armor and are seen depending on basic weapons for training purposes. Marvelous verdict. Well, that is all for today, and with this, we finally come to the end of our video here. So, which predator rank from the ones mentioned do you fancy the most, and why? We would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, stay tuned with us as we promise to come back with more exciting content. Till then, goodbye and have a nice one.